every commander deck hits this wall. The decks you build with so much excitement now feel clunky and boring or unfun. But the good news? You're not alone. Here are 5 ways decks lose their spark and what you can do to bring back the fun. First, your deck might be too hell-bent on trying to win in a certain way that you don't necessarily like. For example, if your deck either pops off with one flashy win or just does nothing, you'll get frustrated fast. It could be that you built a control deck around the Leveler Thassa's Oracle combo, and that's your only way to win. You might spend a lot of time just sitting around trying to control the board and trying to pull off your combo at the same time. Now, this combo is perfectly fine and there's nothing wrong with it, and it does win games. But this playstyle fits a certain type of person, and that's a good thing. But if you're trying to force yourself to have this big flashy win combo, and that's not how you like to play, maybe you need to find a new commander or a new archetype. And for some people, it's the color pair. For me, it's Boros. I just can't stand playing it. And this isn't bad, it's just not how I like to play. So try to find your favorite ways to play and just stick with that. There's nothing wrong with just playing exclusively Simic decks. And there's nothing wrong with trying new color pairs, because that's how you find out if you even like those colors. If you find a way that's fun for you, stick with that. The next little loss of joy might be that your decks don't fit your playgroup. If your friends are running super fast turbo win on turn 3 decks, and you bring your goofy little Oops All Bears deck, of course it's gonna feel bad. So what do you do from here? Well, you have a couple of options in this situation. You can either tweak your deck to keep up, or build a new deck that matches the table's meta. And if you feel seriously outclassed by the people around you, it might not be your deck either. It might be the people you're playing with. I highly encourage going to game stores and playing with new people. You'll make new friends that match your personality and your playstyle, even if it is hard to do so. But for those that don't have that option and exclusively play on Spell Table, try to find games that match you the best. Or host the game yourself and label it Level 2 Jank. I guarantee people will hop on and play fun games with you. Just as a little anecdote, I had a group I played with for a long time, and I really like them. They're all great people, but I wasn't always having the best time with them. And so I started going to a different game store, and I found a bunch of people I really liked, and now they're some of my best friends. And I know it's hard to meet new people, but when you do, those friendships can blossom, and you'll just have a better time than you would have in a group that you might not be comfortable in. Okay, now the third thing is that your deck might be really good, but it makes your opponents miserable. If your deck is all about locking everybody out or punishing every single move, a casual player will dread playing against it, and that negativity bounces back on you and your deck. There's been more than one story of a specific deck that a playgroup just hates to see, so the group just bans it. If you're the most stacksy player ever and that's how you want to play, that's great. But if you're playing in a casual environment, maybe make some swaps for some more interactive fun. And maybe rethink that Lavinia knowledge pool combo. If you keep others from playing the game in casual, you're always going to be enemy number 1 and you'll be shut out every single time. Try and save your reputation by allowing others to play the game how they want to play. And this goes for other types of decks as well, of course. Theft decks, sacrifice decks, token decks, even landfall decks. I do understand that these decks have a time and a place, and don't go in the comments all mad like, oh, don't tell us how to play. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if your regular playgroup hates playing against you, it's not the best environment. And maybe it's just time to try something new with them. If you find a group that really likes CEDH and playing stacks, that's fantastic. I love that. But if you're with a regular group that hates playing against a specific deck, or you're with new people, make sure you know exactly what everybody's playing and try not to go so hardcore on them. The fourth way you might fall out of love with your commander decks is that maybe your decks just got a little too stale. If you have a deck from 10 years ago that you still have, or you've never updated a deck in your life, they'll probably lag behind and feel repetitive or weak. Every set release is a new opportunity to upgrade your decks with new cards. And if you hate the directions Wizards is going with all the bullshit, you don't have to upgrade with new cards either. You can just browse for older cards that seem way more fun. Or you can just swap out the commander and try out a new one. But if you feel like your decks have become lackluster, maybe try and find ways to tweak them that makes it more fun for you. Oftentimes the funnest plays you see in a game are from cards you've never even heard of. So try and evolve with your playgroup and try even harder to make more memorable plays. Lastly, sometimes it's not even your decks that are the problem. Sometimes it's just the circumstance you're in. And losing a bunch of games in a row is just super disheartening. Maybe you've played with a new group and you've lost a bunch, or you played with your old group and you're trying a new deck and you lose some more. Look, trust me, I'm there right now, and I know. I've been keeping track of my wins and losses all year, and I've literally lost the last 12 out of 13 games I've played. It really sucks. And I know winning isn't everything. This game is social, but I'm only human. Comparing myself or comparing yourself to others, it just makes any deck feel bad. I need to tell myself this all the time, but we need to refocus our brains and focus on the small wins instead. This could be just landing your big plays, or pulling off your synergy really well, or just having fun interactions. And my friend Joseph is super fantastic at this. If his deck does what it wants to do, he's happy, win or lose. So if you're stuck in a losing streak like me, you can try to see things in a positive light instead of just seeing that you lost. Or you can upgrade to the point that you never lose again, and then that's no fun either. It's hard, and I'm definitely not perfect at this, but staying positive no matter what is a huge win for everyone. The people who know me in this video are gonna be like, you get so angry. I only get angry when it's 10 p.m. and I'm very tired. And then we argue. Look, I'm sorry. So if you're hating your decks, it might be that one of these 5 killers is dragging them down. Take a step back and reevaluate. And unfortunately, you can't control every situation, but there is always something little that you can change. And being more self-aware can help that a lot. Follow these tips and suddenly your decks and your attitude might just change and feel fresh again. And if speed is your biggest issue, check out my last video here on how to make your decks faster. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers for supporting me, and thank you to Manfred Plus Proxies and TCGplayer for the affiliate link help. And make sure you join me next week for your weekly dose of magic.